Brazilian superstar Gabriel FalleN Toledo is a name that needs no introduction to any CSGO fan. After a failed stint over at MIBR, the IGL and APR is looking for a new adventure with Team Liquid. Will he succeed in one of the best North American teams, or will we get a painful repeat of his time at MIBR? Under Kaboom, FalleN and his team showed the world what Brazilian CS could bring to the table by achieving quarterfinals at ESL 1 Katowice 2015.
She could very well walk into the crosshairs of FalleN, he does. Another man has fallen now for InShot. He's a unique specimen, I think it's safe to say. FalleN peeking around, does manage to land the one, gets the second as well, and that is game for Kaboom.
With this result, FalleN and his team almost single-handedly put the Brazilian CSGO scene on the map internationally, going from a laughingstock to a region that breeds serious contenders. From here on out, the ball really started rolling. Swiftly after their ESL 1 Katowice adventure, FalleN and his team were signed by Luminosity Gaming. Additionally, achieving more quarterfinal spots in majors and solid LAN performances, March 2016 was when it all peaked, with first place at MLG Columbus 2016.
FalleN and FNX 2-on-2. They are so close to actually winning this map. They need another couple of kills, and Susi's going to pick it up. He's got 2 health left against FalleN. Now a one-on-one, and he needs this clutch. The bomb is out in the open, and FalleN is just ice cold. He's not even moving from this angle. He's just in the kitchen waiting, and there's the shot. FalleN gonna be able to take him out, putting them at 14 rounds.
So if you've managed to get to the second map of the final, one map up, and you've got one of your best, you're supposed to win that.
And now it is a one-on-two. Taco looking to see if he can close it out here and win it for the Brazilians. It's going to be a big turnaround there. Hits the headshot on Sousa. Now it's a one-on-one. Guardian versus Taco. It may just be destined to be. It's Luminosity winning their first major championship.
After some contract disputes, the roster eventually moved to SK, where the greatness continued, with FalleN also booking a first place at ESL 1 Cologne 2016.
They are moving around in pairs, not really leaving much room to work with, but what can you do? FalleN, it's like a race car, comes right around the corner, and another headshot. FalleN doing so much work. Quick adjustment here from FalleN, trying to get those anti-eco, well, basically the anti-flash is out in time, and he's not going to hit the shot. Point blank, never mind. Second try does it.
And they can't follow up quick enough. The West of Liquid, they're too far behind, and FalleN, he's down to 12 health, and now it's just all in the details. Easy for SK to pick it up here. Trying to walk through the smoke, but it's just not going to happen. SK Gaming.
After 2 very successful years came the move to MIBR, as FalleN was returning to his Brazilian roots. Sadly for him, under the wings of MIBR there was a noticeable decline. First place seemed harder and harder to achieve, and the results under this organization were never quite the best, usually ending in a shared 3rd or 4th place and only really showing up at the Zotac Cup Masters in 2018. It was time for a change, but it took a while for that change to arrive. First and foremost, FalleN had to move away from MIBR. The frustration had been boiling up, and eventually, after the decision to bench Taco and Fur along with the release of Coach Dead, it became too much for FalleN to bear. He requested to be benched, and it was a clear sign that FalleN was done with MIBR. As such, it was time for something new. Liquid had not been performing at their very best as of late, booking just 1 title in the 15 tournaments they had played in 2020. Things had clearly been lacking. With Twisted's departure, Liquid had a spot to fill, and FalleN's name popped up. Having stepped down from MIBR, Liquid is a new opportunity for FalleN to prove himself. He sees himself as their dedicated APR and wants to take away the shared responsibility between Stu2K and Neff, although Stu2K could still be a solid secondary APR when required. He'll also provide some shot calling ability, as Team Liquid hasn't had an experienced IGL since the departure of Nicholas Nitro Canella to Valorant. There is a lot to say about FalleN, and no one will question his insurmountable experience as an in-game leader and APR. He has been at the very top of CS, really peaking in 2016, with his past achievements undoubtedly driving him to go for greatness once more, and passionate to get at first place again after a decent enough stride with MIBR, a team where he could only once reach that point back in 2018. The question to ask is if Liquid will rise up to the challenge themselves. As their dedicated upper, he'll need to be given the opportunities to shine through. At the same time, it has to be said that FalleN is getting older as a player, nearing 30. Reduced reflexes are something to keep in mind, but as FalleN says himself, he'll compensate with knowledge and experience. Time will tell if he can fit into the team, but for now the potential is definitely there.